I'd put them away from the goal.
Snowballs, so what's the point?
That doesn't matter though, because they have no leap and you have no snowballs. It's a normal fight, and if you don't win that fight, it's a skill issue.
Yeah, then I guess speaking of bridge, it's perfect to transition into that now. Woo!
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 So yeah, for the few days that the Hive's arcade has been out, and more specifically the bridge game mode, it has by far become the most controversial thing that the Hive has ever released on their server. I think you guys can both agree with that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Other than YouTube rank.
Yep.
That's very controversial. But yeah, no, in all senses, yeah, it has definitely become the most controversial.
And I would also like to point out that a few days before the update came out, Danny is the Bomb released a tweet that he thought of in my Twitch chat, saying, "I hate the Hive. The Hive needs to update. It's been 7 years since they've released a new game. Also, I hate that the Hive is adding bridge. I hate new game modes." The thing is that was a joke tweet. Obviously, we were memeing about people that were gonna say that, but it has unironically become true, and I 100% saw that happening.
So I made a tweet on the 2nd saying the Hive updating before Minecraft fixed ping glitches scenes, by the way. But the funny thing is, people are still gonna get at the Hive, you can bleep that if you want, Jake. At the Hive instead of MC, assuming MC don't fix ping glitch layers. I wanted bridge, just I didn't want bridge to be like this at all. And it turns out...
I don't know, did people expect an exact replica of any other server's brain?
No, but sometimes
Yes,
on a
they
Minecraft brain?
did.
It's why?
That's precisely what they did.
The only unique aspect, I guess, would be that it's Hive PvP, which is the only USP, I guess, which isn't good, in my opinion.
I mean, kits are kind of like a unique thing to Hive bridge. Kits don't really
Yeah, exactly. But people just wanted plain old bridge. Why?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. I like the new Leap update. I'm still not a massive fan of Leap, and I'm not saying it's a bad feature. So I know how to counter the leaps. It's not that.
It's not even that OP. It's balanced now.
No, I know it's balanced.
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea of someone getting hit off and then being able to leap back on. It's like a second life.
You just snowball them though. You just stop them. You just stop the momentum. It's actually I'm not even joking. It's literally just a skill issue. And I know this has happened. This has been said a lot.
Jake, you're gonna get canceled for this now.
No, but okay.
But
Jake,
come on.
Okay. Scenario. So I'm 1v1ing in the middle of the bridge with someone, and I snowball them off. They leap back on. What are my snowballs gonna do if they've just leaped back on and ran past me? I can't exactly.
If you're using 8 snowballs to hit someone off and they leap back on, that's also a skill issue.
That's a skill issue. That's a skill issue.
Okay, even then, say I use one snowball and they leap back on, yeah?
Here's what you should do. They leap back on, right?
Yeah.
You turn around behind them and wait for them to turn the stairs, and then you start spamming snowballs and put them away from the goal.
Yeah. So what's the point?
That doesn't matter though, because they have no leap and you have no snowballs. It's a normal fight, and if you don't win that fight, it's a skill issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of a leap in bridge. I think who's using golden apples? Who are using 3 golden apples?
No, golden apples needs to be fixed. I think they need to remove the 5-heart siphon, which is crazy. You can literally kill farm someone. I got kill farmed the other day.
Oh, I kill farmed someone the other day.
Oh my
Every time they were falling, I was just blowing them out of the air and then
Exactly. You get almost full health, unless you were on half a heart from winning. You're probably on 6 hearts at that point.
Yeah.
But if they remove siphon and they add gaps, it'll be balanced. I would say honestly, maybe 1 or 2 gaps. It'll be balanced.
Who is choosing gapples over a leap or 8 snowballs?
I would say I would because you're fighting someone, and you're trading with someone.
Offense. All right.
No, you're trading with someone, and you could be on 2 hearts. And then they just bow you. You're dead.
Oh yeah, and then you start in your golden apple and they leap over you. Good one, Jake.
What? No, because it takes them a bit to go around the chip and stuff.
So again, imagine this scenario, right? You're fighting, you're trading hits in the middle of the bridge. You win the fight, and say that they've updated gapples to where it brings you up to full health, or maybe not even full health, gives you a certain amount of hearts or whatever.
Exactly.
And they removed siphon as well, so where you kill someone and you get 5 hearts from killing them.
You get 0, yeah.
You're gonna be at a disadvantage unless you gap. They're not gonna be able to leap there fast enough. If you gap, you'll be on relatively even ground once again.
And there's a good chance they've already used their leap or snowballs from the first fight.
Yeah.
Gaps could almost be OP at that point if there's no siphon. They could honestly have to remove only have 1 or 2 gaps, because it will literally just be, it won't even be constantly healing someone, even if it's a skill issue. It'll just be back and forth unless you're healing or whatever.
I'll meet you halfway and definitely say leap is way better. Hopefully you guys can agree that leap off the start was very, very silly though.
Oh yeah, but the main problem wasn't the fact that it was leap.
Fair.
It was honestly just a height limit, I think.
Yeah, the fact that you can build all the way up, like you can just bridge over. I think,
but you could also leap
kinda...
like half the bridge. But like, if you were falling and you leaped, you made it till half the bridge.
I mean, I think from what I've seen, the leap like nerf is only being like 2 or 3 blocks away from like the first day.
No, but I still think that's better. Like, I'd rather be able to leap only like 2 or 3 blocks and leap like, because I guess my idea of like the snowball thing is the OG leap. Like, you dead leap so far to the point where your snowballs like wouldn't be effective, if that makes sense. But now them leaping, you can still hit them with your snowballs. You can still catch up to them. Does that make sense? That's why I'm like saying I guess I'll meet it halfway.
Well, I mean, what we're talking about with like snowball countering is you have to hit them when you think they're gonna leap. So you have to hit them like pretty much around the exact moment they leap. Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. I didn't know it cancelled the leap.
That's what we mean by snowballs. You have 8 snowballs versus 1 leap.
Yeah.
Let's say you miss a snowball, they don't leap. You still have 7 more tries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you also like, even if you are using leap against them as well, you have your bow that you can counter leap with as well.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I
think leap is fine.
I think leap is fine now. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that like it shouldn't be there because it's original to the Hive and it's a good idea. I'm just saying like off the bat, like leap originally shouldn't have been there. Like with the like if they kept it the way it was, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't see the problem. I don't really see the need for the leap nerf. I definitely saw the need for the max height and stuff because
building straight up and bedrock bridging and then leaping into that goal.
because I mean the way it worked is you know you get sent down the tube, but basically if you've already have a huge bridge all the way across, you're getting sent down way faster. Like you're hitting the ground way faster than they are, and you have way more time to leap and get way more momentum, which is how it worked. So it was just a whole race the entire time.
People trapping people in their own goals. Like, I
saw that. Yeah, that's probably gonna get patched.
No, it has been. It has been with the height limit.
There's also I saw last night on Nerdstream. I don't know if you saw his potato when you rated him. But Nerdtribird, I guess I don't know, figured out like basically like you time blocking up or like you spam blocks.
That's also
in the tube.
Change that though. That like
that can be easily countered with a barrier or something. But you can literally go out of the map, which I haven't seen many people do. I hope it gets fixed.
Oh, that wasn't.
I hope I'm not bringing attention to it. I hope it's already got fixed. But you can like go out of the map and you just spam up, huh?
Oh yeah, that isn't Nerd original. Me and Avery were trying that, and Avery like got halfway up, and then someone made a YouTube video about it like a day later.
No, we're not saying Nerd invented it or whatever.
Oh I'm just saying. Oh, got you. But I'm just saying like a lot of people have already done it, so you're not really bringing too much attention to it, anyways, Jake. Is my point there.